My friend, can I share something with you that might surprise you? Did you know that some of the very vegetables you trust most, the ones health experts call superfoods, could actually be silently weakening your legs every single day? I know this sounds shocking, and frankly, it shocked me too when I first discovered this truth. But this is something every person over 60 needs to know. Now, if you watched our previous video about fruits and started feeling some positive changes, that's wonderful. I'm so proud of you for taking that first step. But many of you have been asking me, what about vegetables? Which ones should I eat? And which ones should I be careful with to keep my legs truly strong? Today, we're going to uncover that mystery together. You see, I've been getting letters and messages from viewers like Margaret from Phoenix who said, "I've been eating what I thought were the healthiest vegetables for years, but my knees still ache every morning." And Frank from Minneapolis wrote, "I grow my own vegetables, but I'm confused about what's really helping versus hurting my mobility." Here's what we're going to explore today. This isn't just another list of, don't eat this, don't eat that. Instead, I'm going to share with you 5 vegetables that deserve special attention after age 60. And more importantly, I'm going to give you a personalized strategy that puts you back in control of your health. If you're ready to upgrade your knowledge and take action to protect your precious independence, I want you to type vitality in the comments below. This tells me you're committed to this journey we're taking together, and it helps me know I am reaching the right people who are serious about maintaining their strength and freedom as they age. Remember, knowledge is power, but applied knowledge is transformation. Let's transform your understanding of nutrition so you can transform your life. Part 1. Why some vegetables harm older adults, and the consequences of ignoring this. Listen to me carefully, because this isn't a small matter. Ignoring what I'm about to share with you, continuing to consume these particular culprit vegetables without understanding how they affect your aging body, could lead to chronic inflammation that gets worse over time, irreversible joint damage, and muscle weakness that steals away your ability to move freely and independently. You must hear this entire section. If you don't, you might unknowingly be accelerating the decline of your leg strength without even realizing it. I've seen too many people in their 70s and 80s struggling to get up from chairs, avoiding stairs, and giving up activities they love, simply because they didn't know this information. Now, before you worry, let me explain what's really happening here. The problem isn't that these vegetables are toxic or poisonous. Not at all. The issue is how our bodies over 60 respond to certain compounds in these foods differently than they did when we were younger. Our digestive systems become more sensitive. Our ability to process certain substances decreases, and our inflammatory responses get triggered more easily. Dr. Sarah Mitchell, a geriatric nutrition specialist from the Cleveland Wellness Institute, explained it to me this way. For older adults, balance is everything. Some plant compounds that are beneficial in small doses, or for younger people, can become burdensome when our body systems have changed. Think of it like this. Imagine your body is a finely tuned car that's been running beautifully for 60-plus years. The same fuel that worked perfectly when it was newer might not be the best choice now that some parts work differently. It doesn't mean the car is broken. It just needs premium care. Here's what happens in your body. First, there are compounds called oxalates, which can form crystals in your kidneys and irritate your joints if you're sensitive to them. Then we have goitrogens, which can interfere with your thyroid function if you eat too many and you're low on iodine. Your thyroid controls your energy, And when it's not working properly, your muscles, including those vital leg muscles, can become weak and tired. We also encounter lectins, which can irritate your intestinal lining and potentially cause inflammation that travels throughout your body, including to your joints. And finally, there's solanine, found in the nightshade family, which can worsen arthritis symptoms in sensitive individuals. The key word here is sensitive. Not everyone will have problems with these compounds, but as we age, our likelihood of sensitivity increases. The beautiful thing is, once you understand this, you have choices. You have control. You can make informed decisions that support your body rather than challenge it. This is about being smart, not scared. It's about working with your body's changes rather than against them. Part 2. The 5 vegetables to keep an eye on and smart adjustment solutions. 1. Spinach and dark leafy greens, high in oxalates. Let me tell you about spinach. Remember Popeye and his famous strength from eating spinach? Well, for some people over 60, especially those with a history of kidney stones or joint issues, the extremely high oxalate content in raw spinach might actually be a hidden enemy, causing crystal formation and pain rather than strength. I remember talking to Helen, a 67-year-old retired teacher from Portland, Oregon. She said, "I was making these big spinach salads every day, thinking I was doing everything right for my health. But my doctor found calcium oxalate crystals in my urine test, and my knee pain was getting worse instead of better." But here's the good news. You don't have to give up spinach completely. Cooking spinach, whether you steam it, sauté it, or add it to soups, can reduce the oxalate content by up to 50%. When you cook spinach, you're breaking down those oxalate compounds that can cause problems. Another smart strategy is to pair your spinach with calcium-rich foods. Have a little bit of cheese with your cooked spinach, or add some Greek yogurt to your spinach smoothie. Here's why this works. Calcium binds with oxalates in your digestive tract, preventing them from being absorbed into your bloodstream where they could cause problems. And please, don't forget about hydration. Drinking plenty of water throughout the day helps flush any oxalates through your system before they can accumulate. Helen started cooking her spinach and drinking an extra glass of water with her meals. And within a month, she noticed less stiffness in her knees. The same principles apply to other high oxalate greens like Swiss chard and beet greens. Cook them, pair them with calcium, and stay hydrated. You get the nutrition without the potential problems. 2. Cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, kale, and goitrogens, broccoli, cauliflower, kale. These are the nutrition champions. Right. However, they contain compounds called goitrogens, which can interfere with your thyroid function if you consume very large amounts and your body is deficient in iodine. When your thyroid struggles, your energy plummets, your muscles feel tired and weak, and that directly affects your leg strength and stamina. I met Robert, a 71-year-old from Denver, who was eating massive kale smoothies every morning. I thought more was better, he told me, but I started feeling exhausted by noon, and my legs felt heavy going upstairs. His doctor discovered his thyroid function had decreased. For most people, this risk is very low if you eat a varied diet and get enough iodine from sources like seafood or iodized salt. Cooking these vegetables also significantly reduces the goitrogen content. The key is moderation and not eating the same cruciferous vegetable in huge quantities every single day. Robert made a simple change. Instead of having a giant kale smoothie every morning, he rotates between different greens throughout the week and he lightly steams his kale before adding it to smoothies. He also made sure he was getting iodine from fish twice a week. Within 6 weeks, his energy returned, and those heavy legs became strong again. He even started hiking with his grandson on weekends. The message here is variety and balance. These vegetables are incredibly nutritious and beneficial. You just want to rotate them, cook them when possible, and make sure your overall diet includes iodine-rich foods. Don't fear them. Just be smart about them. 3. Beans and legumes and lectins. Red beans, lentils, chickpeas. Beans are wonderful sources of plant protein, but lectins in them, especially when not prepared properly, can irritate your intestinal lining, leading to inflammation that can travel throughout your body and affect your joints. Have you ever felt bloated, gassy, or uncomfortable after eating beans? That might be lectins talking to you. Dorothy, a 69-year-old from Tucson, Arizona, loved making bean salads with canned kidney beans. I thought I was being so healthy, she said, but I was always bloated and my hip arthritis seemed to flare up more on days when I ate a lot of beans. Here's the wonderful news. Lectins are very easy to deactivate. Soaking dried beans overnight and then cooking them thoroughly, especially red kidney beans, which must be boiled for at least 10 minutes, destroys most lectins. A pressure cooker is also an excellent tool for this. If you use canned beans, rinse them thoroughly under running water before using them. This removes much of the liquid that contains concentrated lectins. Dorothy learned to soak her beans overnight, cook them in her pressure cooker for 15 minutes, and rinse canned beans when she was in a hurry. The difference was like night and day, she told me. No more bloating, and my hip pain became much more manageable. Don't give up the benefits of beans. They're fantastic for your heart, your blood sugar, and your overall health. Just learn to tame them properly. Soak, cook thoroughly, and rinse when using canned varieties. Your digestive system and your joints will thank you. 4. Tomatoes, bell peppers, potatoes and eggplant, nightshade family, and solanine. Let me tell you about Arthur, a 72-year-old retired mechanic from Nashville, Tennessee, who loved working in his garden. I was eating tomatoes from my garden every single day, he told me. I thought it was the healthiest thing I could do, but I had this persistent aching in my knees and wrists, especially in the morning when I'd get out of bed. This is the potential impact of solanine in nightshade vegetables for people who are sensitive to it. Arthur's story opened my eyes to how individual our responses to foods can be. Not everyone is sensitive to solanine. If you suspect you might be, try eliminating nightshade vegetables from your diet for 2 to 4 weeks and monitor your symptoms. Then, slowly reintroduce them one at a time to see how your body responds. Arthur decided to try this elimination approach. For 3 weeks, he avoided tomatoes, peppers, potatoes, and eggplant. By the 2nd week, that morning stiffness was almost gone, he said. I couldn't believe it. When he reintroduced them one by one, he discovered something interesting. He could eat cooked bell peppers and roasted potatoes without any problems, but raw tomatoes and eggplant seemed to trigger his joint discomfort. Cooking can reduce some solanine content, and everyone's tolerance is different. Arthur now enjoys his cooked peppers and occasional roasted potatoes, but he avoids raw tomatoes and eggplant. I don't feel deprived at all, he said. I just feel better. The key is becoming a detective of your own body. Pay attention to how you feel after eating these foods, and don't be afraid to experiment with elimination and reintroduction. 5. Corn and blood. Sugar, inflammation impact. Corn, especially sweet corn, though considered a vegetable, actually has a fairly high starch and sugar content that can cause blood sugar spikes similar to some of the fruits we discussed in our previous video. This triggers inflammatory responses in your body, affecting your blood vessels and joints, especially if you already have blood sugar issues or arthritis. Martha, a 65-year-old from Iowa, was eating corn on the cob almost daily during summer. "I grew up on a farm, so corn felt like the most natural thing in the world," she said. "But I noticed my blood sugar monitor would spike after corn meals, and my ankle swelling got worse." If you love corn, choose whole kernel corn, not processed corn products like corn syrup. Eat smaller portions, for example, half an ear, and always combine it with protein and healthy fats to slow down sugar absorption. Martha made some adjustments. She cut her corn portions in half and always ate it with grilled chicken or a handful of nuts. She also avoided canned corn with added sugar or salt. "I can still enjoy my summer corn," she said, "but now I do it smartly. My blood sugar stays much more stable, and the ankle swelling is barely noticeable." The goal isn't to eliminate foods you enjoy completely. It's to eat them in a way that supports your body rather than challenges it. Small portions, smart combinations, and avoiding processed versions can make all the difference. Remember, corn is still a source of fiber and some nutrients. Just treat it more like a starch than a vegetable, and plan your portions accordingly. Part 3. Listen to your body. Strategy and building a personal plan. Now that you have this knowledge, how do you transform it into real power for your health? The answer lies in becoming your own health detective. I want you to start what I call a food and feeling journal for 2 weeks. Write down what you eat, and more importantly, how you feel afterward. Your energy levels, joint pain, digestion, sleep quality. This is the most powerful tool you have for personalizing your diet. Let me walk you through exactly how to do this, because I know some of you might be thinking, "That sounds complicated." It's actually quite simple, and I promise it will be eye-opening. Get a small notebook or use your phone. Each day, make 3 columns. In the first column, write down what you eat and when. In the second column, note how you feel 2 to 4 hours after eating, your energy, any aches or pains, your mood, your digestion. In the third column, write down how you feel the next morning. Did you sleep well? Any stiffness? How's your energy? Here's an example from Patricia, a 68-year-old from Sacramento who tried this approach. Day 1, breakfast. Large spinach omelet at 8 a.m. By 10 a.m., felt good, energetic. Next morning, woke up with knee stiffness. She continued this for 2 weeks and noticed a pattern. Raw spinach days correlated with more joint stiffness. Don't do this alone if you feel overwhelmed. Share this journal with your doctor or a nutritionist. They can help you analyze the patterns and give you personalized advice. Remember, the goal is finding the right balance for you, not following a restrictive diet that makes you miserable. Some people worry they'll have to give up everything they enjoy. That's not true at all. Look at James from Florida, who discovered he was sensitive to raw tomatoes, but could enjoy them cooked in sauces. Or Linda from Ohio, who found that soaking her beans overnight eliminated her digestive issues completely. The elimination and reintroduction process I mentioned works like this. Remove the suspect foods for 2 to 3 weeks, then add them back one at a time, waiting 3 to 4 days between each new food. This gives you clear information about what works for your body and what doesn't. Here's what makes this even more powerful. Rotate your foods. Don't eat the same vegetables every single day. If you have spinach Monday, try kale Tuesday, arugula Wednesday. This prevents any one compound from building up in your system and ensures you get a wide variety of nutrients. Pay special attention to preparation methods. Raw versus cooked can make a huge difference. Soaking, sprouting, fermenting. These traditional preparation methods often reduce problematic compounds while maintaining or even increasing nutritional value. And please, be patient with yourself. Your body has been developing its current sensitivities over years or decades. It may take several weeks to notice changes when you adjust your diet. Some people see improvements in energy within days, while joint pain might take longer to improve. Keep in mind that stress, sleep, exercise, and medications can all influence how your body responds to foods. That's why the journal approach is so valuable. It captures the whole picture of your health, not just isolated symptoms. Most importantly, remember that this is about addition, not just subtraction. While you're being mindful of potentially problematic foods, make sure you're adding plenty of foods that actively support your health. Quality proteins, healthy fats, low oxalate vegetables, anti-inflammatory spices like turmeric and ginger. Your body is wise and will guide you if you learn to listen to it. This journal becomes your conversation with your body, helping you understand its unique language and needs. Part 4. Beyond vegetables. Other factors supporting leg strength. Your leg strength doesn't just depend on what you avoid eating. It's built from what you actively do. Imagine being able to walk through the park without feeling tired, climb stairs with ease, play with your grandchildren without worry. This is absolutely achievable when you combine smart nutrition with other supporting factors. Think about Eleanor Roosevelt, who remained active well into her 70s, or the vibrant seniors you see hiking trails, dancing, and living fully independent lives. They all understood that health is like a puzzle. Nutrition is one piece, but you need all the pieces to see the complete picture. Here are the essential puzzle pieces you need. Quality protein. First, your muscles are made of protein, and after age 60, your body needs more protein to maintain muscle mass, not less. Focus on fish like salmon and sardines, lean chicken or turkey, eggs, properly prepared beans and lentils, and Greek yogurt. Aim for some protein at every meal. Think of protein as the building blocks that repair and strengthen your leg muscles every single day. Proper hydration. Water is the lubricant for your joints and muscles. Many people over 60 don't drink enough water, leading to joint stiffness and muscle cramps. But here's a tip most people don't know. Add a pinch of high-quality sea salt to your water. This helps your body actually use the water rather than just passing it through. Appropriate movement. This doesn't mean running marathons. It means consistent, gentle movement that challenges your muscles safely. Walking, tai chi, gentle yoga, water aerobics, and simple strength exercises designed for seniors. Even 15 minutes twice a day can make a remarkable difference. Your muscles operate on the principle of use it or lose it. Deep, restorative sleep. This is when your body repairs and reduces inflammation. Poor sleep increases inflammation markers in your blood, which directly affects joint pain and muscle recovery. Create a cool, dark sleeping environment. Avoid screens for an hour before bed, and consider natural sleep aids like chamomile tea or magnesium if needed. Stress management. Chronic stress increases cortisol, which breaks down muscle and increases inflammation. Whether it's gentle meditation, time in nature, calling a friend, or pursuing a hobby you love. Managing stress is crucial for maintaining physical strength. Strategic supplements. While food should be your primary source of nutrition, certain supplements can be helpful for people over 60. Vitamin D3 for bone and muscle health, omega-3 fatty acids for reducing inflammation, and magnesium for muscle and nerve function. Always consult your doctor before starting any supplements. Dr. Michael Harrison from the Austin Center for Healthy Aging told me, "Optimal nutrition combined with consistent movement is the symphony for healthy aging. Each element supports the others, creating a powerful foundation for independence and vitality." Remember, you don't have to perfect all of these at once. Pick one area to focus on for 2 weeks, then gradually add another. Small, consistent changes create lasting transformation. Part 5. Continued success story and final encouragement. Let me tell you what happened to Carol, a 68-year-old retired nurse from Seattle, Washington. After watching our first video about fruits, she made those changes and felt improvements. But when she applied the principles about vegetables and started her food and feeling journal, something remarkable happened. Carol discovered that reducing her raw spinach salads and eating cooked spinach instead, plus cutting back on her daily corn intake, dramatically reduced her morning joint stiffness. But the real breakthrough, she told me, came when I started adding protein to every meal and drinking more water. Within 6 weeks, I wasn't just walking farther. I was able to bend down and work in my flower garden without pain for the first time in years. That's real freedom. Carol's story illustrates something beautiful. Small, informed changes can create life-changing results. She didn't overhaul her entire life overnight. She made one adjustment at a time, listened to her body, and built on each success. You can achieve these same wonderful results. Start with small changes, listen to your body, and be patient with yourself. This journey isn't meant to be traveled alone. We're here to support you every step of the way. I want to hear about your discoveries. Share in the comments below. What have you tried? What results are you seeing? Your experiences might be exactly what another viewer needs to hear to take their first step toward better health. Your strength, your independence, your vitality. These aren't things that automatically disappear with age. They're treasures you can protect and even improve with the right knowledge and actions. You have more control than you might think. And that control starts with the choices you make every single day. If this video brought value to your life, please hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and share it with friends and family members who could benefit from this information. Together, we're building a community of vibrant, healthy, independent seniors who refuse to let age define their limitations. Thank you for being part of this journey. Until next time, keep listening to your body, keep making smart choices, and keep living your fullest life.